Hey, this is Shane with BrickDriven Realty. Today, we're going to answer the question, is now a good time to look at refinancing your home? So last week in our weekly sales meeting, company meeting, team meeting, we were discussing a lot of different, possibilities and options that sellers had in the current marketplace. And one of the topics of discussion came up about refinancing. And today I'm going to take a little deep dive into that perspective just to see is in fact now a good time to refinance. All right, so let's talk about a few different key points that might give you some better insight on whether refinancing is the right way for you to go. So let's look at first at what is your current interest rate, right? So that's going to weigh heavily on how much we save, or is it going to be cost advantageous against us, and in what we're trying to accomplish. So let's take a look at what that interest rate. What is their current interest rate on that property that you're looking to consider refinancing? Okay, next let's look at monthly savings. So we previously talked about your current interest rate that you have on your current mortgage, right? So now with your trusted advisor in lending, your trusted mortgage lending advisor will be able to show you what that current rate looks like in your unique situation. And from there, you guys can sit down and compare notes as to where you are currently in your interest rate and your principal balance, and what you would be looking at if you refinance with a new lower rate. All right, next let's consider the length of time that we've had this mortgage, right? In each situation, it may or may not be the right time to refinance, regardless of the rate, right? Rates are, some of the most historically low rates that we've seen in our industry. However, length of time of that mortgage still may play a factor, depending on the previous closing cost and the cost associated with that. And also, the longer the loan's been out there, you have a lot of different options at your disposal. Okay, last but not least, what interest rate can I get? What interest rate can I qualify for? This is where a great conversation with your trusted lending advisor, your mortgage person, can sit down and go through your current credit situation, your current DTI, your current income, and see what the entire mortgage process looks like. And it's funny because, what really brought me back to make this video is recently in the past, it was in the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks, last few weeks or so, my wife is in the lending industry. Is fantastic, phenomenal in that space. She had a client that she reached out to suggest that they potentially consider refinancing. And at first, the client was like, I don't know, everything's running smooth. Make a long story short, she reevaluated his current situation, and she was able to save him almost, it was over $1,300 a month. Now this wasn't a $500,000 home, $750,000 home. We're talking about probably about $350,000, $400,000 home that he had financed with her, just a few years ago at a fantastic rate. So she was able to go in there and refinance that current mortgage and cut that interest rate down to save them $1,300 and some change. I won't be exact, but I remember our conversation specifically was in that $1,300 plus range. Now is a great time to consider all of your options as a seller. So if you have any questions about refinancing, or you need to connect with a great lender, or you just want to consider looking at buying that next home, or potentially what your home would bring in today's market if we put it out there and listed that property to sale, feel free to reach out to me at the information below. This is Shane Kilby with BrickDriven Realty, and thank you again for watching, and have a wonderful day.